Simply at a loss for words.
Sheesh. That was brutal. We should have just let him go easy on us.
People talk up that blazing demon guy, but could he be even stronger?
Yeah. Might even be on the same level as McBurn's true form.
Not a fan of his sick sense of humor either. What with those magic golden swords he summoned.
They were dead ringers for the Blade Lord's Kernviter. Ren might have blown her top if she were here.
I guess it's a small blessing she ain't.
In any event, the outcome has been decided.
The breath of our flames blew out your illusions and power words.
Yes. Victory in this bout goes to us.
Now, make like a good little imaginator and give up already.
Pardon me. This is simply a tad different than I had envisioned. To be perfectly honest, I underestimated you. No matter their degree of enlightenment, a human is still just that. But nevertheless, all of you, esteemed Spriggan and Divine Blades included, are most assuredly qualified to proceed.
What?
Just gonna say your piece and turn tail?
A reward of some sort would be the baseline level of courtesy, I should think.
Why, that goes without saying.
Hell's this?
Some sort of data component?
My goodness! Its internal data volume is enormous!
Even should you forge ahead into the 9th domain, you will find that its innermost depths have already been sealed off. For Professor Novartis, you see, has sequestered himself within to conduct his final analyses on the Abyss's contents. That key, however, can be used to open the forbidden door, though doing so will like as not require the aid of the Foundation. Should you wish to discard it instead, that too is your prerogative.
Oh, sure. Nothing fishy here. Why would you go against your boss to help us?
Could this be a trap? I'm not picking up on any viruses, though.
The key does indeed seem to be spiritually attuned to the castle itself.
Oh, I've no such devious designs as you presuppose. Rather, it is a mere matter of personal curiosity. You see, something may well betide the world upon this day, the sort one could call fateful for Zemuria. What then could the professor be seeking so desperately, to the extent of casting all which lies on the surface aside?
Well...
Can't say the topic hasn't come up over at Guild HQ.
Even the Foundation's team arrived at the same query.
I suspect that if any are capable of gaining a modicum of insight, it is all of you. But bear this much in mind. If one is to move forward, one must look back. Who is it, however, that stands behind? Be forewarned that the truth is nigh undoubtedly the sort you will regret learning.
Not me getting even more curious. Ooh, file this under humanity's original sin too, I guess? I even straight up begged Prof to spill, but it's the one thing he keeps airing me on. Anyways, that scrim was straight fire. Catch me hyping you up off stage if you take on the final boss.
Every day is a good day, as they say. May this one be no different.
Guardians vanquished. Grimgarten, 8th domain. Liberation secured.
No hard feelings.
And who might you be?
Those may have been the first Zemurian words I ever heard. Rufina Argent. Although she wasn't a Dominion, she was still a knight of the Gralsviter trusted deeply by Her Holiness, my grandmother. Supposedly, she found me in the middle of the wilderness on the outskirts of Zemuria when I was about 4 years old.
Who are you?
At the time, I was apparently speaking words completely alien from any heard in Zemuria. Although now, I can't recall anything from back then myself. Maybe whatever role, whatever identity I had before was completed and overwritten once my role in this world was defined. Rufina took me home with her to the holy city of Arteria, where I was introduced to the woman I'd come to think of as my grandmother, Pope Orestes. I was just a little girl, only able to speak in tongues. Yet, she seemed to understand everything, and took me under her wing. It was written a final saint would appear just before the end times, though only in an apocrypha known as the Hidden Book of Arict. I'm still not completely certain whether I am this person, but it was clear that it was to be a girl who would appear from beyond Zemuria. I spent most of my childhood in the Tranquil Gardens, the holy courtyard of the Papal Palace, located in the rear of the Grand Cathedral. Though I was kept a secret, there were several people who came to visit me. Some, I could tell, did so with ill intent. I spent roughly 10 years there, under the guidance of my grandmother and others. It would seem that even as a young girl, I never had much of a sense of who I was. I learned the Zemurian language quickly, and would respond to others with whatever words and demeanor they most wanted to hear. To some, this was all the proof they needed that I was the saint, seeing such an ability as being perfectly suited to the role. However, grandmother, Rufina, and Rufina's friend all seemed to think otherwise. When I was 8 years old, I suddenly manifested a power that had been lying dormant in me, the Akashic Eye. Silvery irises said to be held by the final saint. The first thing those eyes showed me was Rufina hugging a young boy I'd never seen before, smiling lightly as she passed away. I screamed and lost consciousness. When I awoke, grandmother was there tending to me. She informed me then that Rufina had met her tragic end. It was at that point that I decided I would fulfill the role as saint that had been laid out for me. Not necessarily because of this power that I now held, but because I wanted to believe there was some important meaning behind Rufina finding me that day. So, with the informal authority the role granted me, I started to gather intel at the age of 10. I was given free rein to mobilize the Papal Guard's Iscariot unit, so I deployed them across the continent. Using my eyes, I would scan the information they would bring me, looking closely for signs of the end. Liberl, Crossbell, the Erebonian Empire. There were many places that drew my interest, but there was one in particular I kept being drawn toward. The one right at the center of this world, rather, of the continent of Zemuria. The Calvard Republic. Amidst the jumble of colors, my silver eyes caught sight of an immeasurable white void. And then, at 14 years old, I bid farewell to my grandmother and left for the Republic, pretending to be the daughter of an Eastern trader. I'd initially intended to stay working behind that facade, but I became interested in film after seeing a certain someone's career take off. What's more, this new friend of mine took it upon herself to send my information to a talent agency without asking. As a result, well, I decided I'd have to fulfill my role in a very different way than I originally planned. But for some reason, I get the feeling that neither Her Holiness nor Rufina or her friend will mind. It doesn't change the fact that I'm still committed to my mission, but... well, I suppose it's simply all part of the goddess's plan.
Hey, Miguel! I'm here with today's rations. It's Grandma's specialty. Stew made from non-fat milk powder. Make sure you eat it slow so you can really savor it, okay?
Oh, thank you. Stew is always a picker-upper. Although it'd be nice if there was a bit of meat in it.
Hey now, don't be picky. You know we normally only do that when everyone goes out and hunts monsters together. Oh, Mrs. Nanai! Here's a change of diapers and some small undergarments for you. There's even a pacifier and a rattle. Dad said they found them while the men were out on one of their expeditions.
Oh, why thank you. Certainly something to be grateful for in times like these. I'll have to give and the others my thanks. Oh, goodness. Oh, there. Looks like someone's awake now.
Peekaboo! Oh, you're a little cutie, aren't you? Let's see. The answer is x minus 2 in parentheses times x plus 7 in parentheses.
Yes, that's correct. My. Looks like we're starting to run out of intermediate level material to cover already. I really wish we had a way to let you move on to high school.
Oh, that's the place we read about in our books, right? It sounds like so much fun. It'd be so nice to chat with my friends, work hard in a club, buy snacks at the student store, and to top it all off, I'd find myself a handsome boyfriend.
Dear me.
Oh, you're back, are you? I'm surprised you didn't end up wandering off on a detour like you usually do.
Wash your hands, and then we could have some dinner. Training the new guys at work really has me spent.
Okay. Also, hi, Dad. Hi, Grandma. It's so good to be home.
Well,